Simpson Replogle. Everybody welcome her in to the show today.
Thanks for having me.
I've been trying to get Lori to do this for a while. She has been my co-host. Y'all haven't seen her. She's kind of been behind the scenes helping with folks. And we, just right off the bat, we have really enjoyed doing this. Just sitting around for an hour or two with church folks and just getting to know them better and just having a great time fellowship. But I wanted to bring her on today because some of you that are watching this, even my family, extended family up in Tennessee that maybe have never met Lori or friends, have never heard this woman speak. All you have heard is me torture her on Facebook and different things. So I wanted y'all to hear her story and how I manipulated her into marrying me. So let's start from the very beginning. Tell everybody where you were born.
I was born in Pascagoula, Mississippi, and we lived in Moss Point for a little while, but I don't remember that. I was little. And then we moved to Ocean Springs, where I grew up, went to high school, graduated, and then...
Ocean Springs High School.
Yes.
Okay. And you had honors and all that stuff, didn't you?
I used to be smart.
Yes, you were.
I was. I loved school.
You were very intelligent. You are still intelligent. You were just very book smart when I married you.
I was.
So you got honors, and then you were also a cheerleader. Is that correct?
I worked for the school newspaper. I did the school newspaper, and
Really, I didn't even know that.
yeah, I did.
And she was a cheerleader and all that jazz. And then you graduated Ocean Springs High School, and then you went to where?
Southern Miss, and I graduated with a degree in history with education teaching certificate for 7th through 12th grade.
So you were a school teacher, and then after you got out of college, you moved back to Ocean Springs, and then tell everybody what happened.
I worked at St. Paul Methodist Church, and just kind of crazy story how that happened, but I worked with Robbie Murden and Christy as their middle high youth person, worked under them, and I worked at St. Paul Preschool as a teacher.
And then pastor Kelly
Pope
came to you and asked you what?
asked me to be their education director. So I did that for a few years, and then you came along.
She met the love of her life when was that? 99?
I think it was 99.
99 we met each other, and
Or 2000. It's 2000.
yeah, technically, can't get in that story, but 2000, and we courted for about a year and a half or so in there, and then she asked me to marry her, and I said I'll think about it, and then we got married in April of 2002.
Yes.
Just celebrated 18 years of wedded bliss. And then when we got married, we lived in Tennessee for 3 years. And during that 3 years, what'd you do in Tennessee?
I worked at Antioch Baptist Church with as children's ministry director, and I kept our best friend's little boy a few days a week, Jack Porter Oliver. Loved him. And I guess that was about it. We were there for 3 years.
For 3 years, I moved. Lori moved from Ocean Springs to Tennessee. She went from the Gulf Coast to the heart of West Tennessee, where temperatures can fluctuate 30 and 40 and 50 degrees. Very hard for her to get used to the weather up there because it was unseasonably or cold for those years that she was there.
It snowed a lot.
And snowed a lot that we had not had for a few years. And also, we went through how many tornadoes?
2 big ones.
2 big tornadoes in Jackson while we were there. So she got to learn the tornado sirens really well, which was fun. So at that time, I was bivocational and had a business, and we both worked at the church. I was a music pastor and she was children's. Then in 2005, God called us to Pascagoula, to Ingalls Avenue Baptist Church. We went there in 2005, which was about 4 to 5 months before Katrina hit. Lori, being a Gulf Coast girl, she knew all about them. I had no clue what a hurricane was. So the first 4 or 5 months we were there, we had 1 or 2 tropical storms, Hurricane Dennis, and then Katrina hit. So we went through Katrina. 85% of Pascagoula was flooded. We lost pretty much everything we had at the church and our home. we didn't have any children then, but before Katrina hit, those 5 months, we were really busy during that time. But tell the folks what you did before and after Katrina, or all that stuff.
Um, well, we got to Pascagoula. Well, where do
Junior
I start?
auxiliary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in junior auxiliary. I had just started, and I did that for 5 years, and I was on the board for 3 years. I was the secretary for 2 years, and I loved doing that. I loved the programs. We had some awesome programs with junior auxiliary. It was a lot of fun, and we did a lot of good stuff.
And then that was post Katrina too. But what'd you do after
I
Katrina?
worked at Cherokee Elementary in Pascagoula.
What grade?
With different grades, third, fourth, and fifth, and that was a lot of fun. Public school was interesting.
It was.
And it was fun, but it could be challenging, but it was very rewarding. And I love the school, love Cherokee Elementary. They're the best.
Great school system over there.
Mm-hmm.
Really good school system.
Good school system.
In Pascagoula and Gaucher.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so did that. We were there for 7 years. We had 2 babies. When was Molly Grace and Madison born?
Molly Grace was born on September 6, 2006.
I knew that.
And then Madison was born about a little over 2 years later, April 14th, 2009.
So we had 2 babies over there,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things went
Loves
on.
Pascagoula.
Pascagoula was very good to us.
Yes,
and
it was.
then, so 2012, we came a calling to Rosen Park Baptist Church. So what did you do there when we came over here?
Well, we had an academy in our church, and I taught 2nd grade, and then I taught 3rd grade, and I loved that. That was a lot of fun. And then the academy closed, so we started homeschooling our girls. And now
You taught at Classical Conversations.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did Classical Conversations homeschool, and I taught one of the classes there. And then now we're just doing regular homeschool at home, and we love it. And I do the children's ministry at our church.
Yeah, the door opened for that a couple years ago. We'd had some interns, and the Lord worked that out where Lori could help in that, and worked into that position. So she is technically on staff because she gets a paycheck. So she's technically on staff as our children's director, minister, whatever you want to call them nowadays. And she's done a great job with that, even though she's my wife. I've always seen her work in different areas of ministry, and she's really good at it. God has really called her to that. I've seen her work with youth, and I've seen her work with the little ones, and I've seen her work with the older kids, and she's just really good at it. Very organized to the point of it drives me a little crazy sometimes, or a lot of crazy, because Brad flies by the seat of his pants, and Lori does not. So we've been here going to be 8 years?
We've been here almost 8 years, and that's why I sound like this now.
And so you talk like this all the time
yes, I
now,
do.
y'all.
I'm full-on Pearl River County girl.
Pearl River County girl. And we love it here. We have been blessed and to live in Pearl River County and Picayune. We love the people around here. We've gotten to know a lot of folks. Through the academy, we got to know a lot of other people outside of Rosen Park Baptist Church. And so we've kind of gotten to know a lot of folks in the community here, and we just really feel a part of it now. Picayune is home.
Yes, it is. We love it.
We love it.
Love it here.
Is there anything else? I mean, let me ask you one question before we go. The pandemic has not changed our lives a whole lot as far as y'all are homeschooling and things like that, but has it really been that bad having me around the house more than usual?
Well,
were you happy that I went back to work full time this week?
yes.
Okay. That's all we need to answer on that question. Hey guys, thank you so much for Lori Simpson Replogle being with us today. I just wanted y'all to hear her voice, hear what she sounds like, even though it is a little country now. But anyway, we so love being in Picayune, and I thank y'all for loving us the way you have.
Yes,
Rosen Park Baptist Church and this community, y'all have loved my family and supported us, and we're so blessed.
Yes, we are.
All right. Tell Miss Lori, that's how she's known around here. Goodbye.
Goodbye.